History's made as Clinton clinches, but Sanders suggests she's less presumptive than presumptuous. Also tonight, the Speaker of the House speaks out against Trump.
Those comments are racist comments. That's why I've disavowed them completely.
Attacking fat with attacks on fattening soft drinks. And straight A's out of Compton. Schoolgirls beat the odds.
You just go around, there's these kids in class, and they're like, oh, you're part of the Super Six. So we're like, yeah.
This is the CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley.
This is our Western edition. 22 weeks from tonight, Republican Donald Trump and Democrat Hillary Clinton will face off for the presidency of the United States. Clinton has already made history as the first woman to clinch a major party nomination. Tonight, she and Trump are adding to their delegate totals. There are contests in 6 states, including New Jersey, where Hillary Clinton has defeated Bernie Sanders. And on the Republican side, Trump has won New Jersey unopposed. Sanders is still hoping for an upset win over Clinton in California tonight, where the polls close at 8. He plans to take his battle all the way to the July convention. Nancy Cordes is at Clinton headquarters in Brooklyn, New York tonight. Nancy.
Scott, we're expecting to hear from Clinton within the next hour, and she will say that this is a night to celebrate history. She is going to talk about the fact that she is now the first female presumptive nominee of a major party. She doesn't often talk about the history that she's making with this race, but she will do so tonight. She will contrast her vision with Donald Trump, talk about the fact that she wants to break down barriers while he wants to put up walls, and importantly, she will try to reach out to supporters of Bernie Sanders. She will congratulate Bernie Sanders on the race he has run. According to the Clinton camp, it's has run, not is running. They believe that his chances are no longer in existence, that the race for him is over. Just try telling Bernie Sanders that, though. He was still out shaking hands with voters in Silver Lake and Hollywood this evening. He is still stumping, even as the polls get close to closing in the largest state in the nation. He has pinned his hopes on California and is hoping to pull out a victory there to keep his hopes alive that he can keep going all the way to the convention, Scott.
Nancy Cordes at the Hillary Clinton campaign headquarters. Nancy, thank you. Now we're going to go to Major Garrett at the Trump campaign headquarters in Westchester, New York. Major?
Scott, Donald Trump just wrapped up his remarks here, and it's no exaggeration to say it was a desperate moment for the Trump campaign and its relationship to the Republican Party. Senior Republican leaders, fundraisers, donors, all extremely panicky about the state of the Trump campaign and Trump's seeming willingness to engage in controversy and go down rabbit holes politically that are no use to him and injurious to the Republican Party writ large. And in his remarks tonight, Donald Trump tried to reassure those panicked Republicans by saying he understands the responsibilities and the imperatives of being a party standard bearer, its presumptive nominee, and that he will not blow this opportunity.
I understand the responsibility of carrying the mantle, and I will never, ever let you down. Too much work, too many people, blood, sweat, and tears. Never going to let you down.
Trump used a teleprompter tonight for the first time in election night remarks, and he used that teleprompter and the message discipline that it conveyed to reassure Republicans not only on his overall approach to this nomination and the general election, but on policy, saying he would carry out tough immigration policies, have a cautious foreign policy, and relentlessly promote the interests of American jobs, the American economy, and American security. Scott?
Major Garrett reporting for us tonight. Major, thank you very much. Well, today the Speaker of the House took his gavel to the party's presumptive nominee. Paul Ryan said it was racist for Donald Trump to claim that a Mexican-American judge couldn't be fair in the fraud case against Trump University. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell said that Trump's remarks were just plain stupid. Trump said that the judge was biased because of Trump's immigration policies, including mass deportation of illegal immigrants and the proposal to build a wall on the Mexican border. Ryan spoke with John Dickerson, our CBS News political director and the anchor of Face the Nation.
You endorsed Donald Trump last week. It's been about a week. How's that sitting?
Well, it could be better. Obviously, you've heard me disavow the comments regarding this judge. I don't think that those are appropriate comments by any stretch of the mind. Hopefully this is an inflection point. Hopefully a lesson will be learned here and we can move forward with a better campaign.
Senator Sass, Hillary Clinton has called those racist comments. Do you agree?
No, I do think that those comments are racist comments. That's why I've disavowed them completely. What bothers me about the comments is it doesn't reflect who we are, or what we think, or how we think as Republicans. It's antithetical to what we believe and our principles. And so hopefully he'll not only not continue to say these things, but learn from this and move forward and then offer the country a positive vision that's inclusive, that speaks to people's higher ideals.
Explain what that means. It's not what we believe. Because I think some people get confused about, they hear labels and all that. What to you is kind of at its heart?
We believe in equality. We believe that the notion that someone's ethnicity or race affects the way they do their job is completely the opposite of what we believe. We believe in equality of opportunity. Look, the Republican Party was founded in a schoolhouse in Ripon, Wisconsin by abolitionists. Our first president was Abraham Lincoln. So we are the party of Lincoln, the party of Reagan, the party of equality, the party of upward mobility. And so that is what we think, that's what we feel. And so when comments run contrary to that, it's incumbent upon us as party leaders to call them out.
The concern among a lot of Republicans is they won't be incumbents for long. John, it almost sounds like Ryan is saying that he's going to marry Trump with the goal of changing him after they're betrothed.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he hopes he'll change over time. The problem is this is the fourth time, at least, that he's had to rebuke Donald Trump in very serious terms. And this is the crucible for Paul Ryan and his party and the Republican Party. Paul Ryan was there today to talk about poverty. He's got a new plan. He's breaking out the Republican agenda for the House. It's serious, policy-oriented. But first thing he had to do was say that the standard bearer of his party has views that are at the total opposite end of the very principles the party was founded on. That is a big problem and difference, and he's not sure how it's going to get fixed. He thinks Trump might change, but that is the triumph of hope over experience.
Well, tonight we saw Trump reading a teleprompter. He didn't seem very comfortable with that.
He didn't. He has repeatedly made fun of Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama for reading off of teleprompters because it means they're phonies. They're not authentic and real like he is. To the extent that his remarks tonight were tepid and down the middle, maybe quiet some of that fibrillation among Republicans, he's going to hear people say, well, Donald Trump was calmed down by the teleprompter, which will undoubtedly incite him to do another exciting comment.
Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders down to the wire in California, at least.
At least in California. But Hillary Clinton is framing this in historic terms, which will put new pressure on Bernie Sanders to come in behind her, to unify the party, and allow Democrats to finally focus on that Donald Trump challenge.
John Dickerson, thank you so much, John. Well, someone else running for re-election tonight is the California judge who is being criticized for the sentence he handed out in a sexual assault case at Stanford University. The man convicted was a star swimmer. His victim was drunk to the point of passing out. John Blackstone is following this.
20-year-old Brock Turner is now in jail serving his 6-month sentence for sexual assault. It's a sentence many find so lenient that more than 400,000 people have signed an online petition demanding that Judge Aaron Persky be removed from the bench. A key witness in the case against Turner was riding his bike with a friend down a dusty trail when they saw Turner on top of the victim. Grad student Carl Frederick Arndt tried to stop the attack.
So we called him out on it, and guy ran away. My friend Peter chased after him, and I ran after as well. Then we detained him until the police came, essentially.
And she was unconscious?
She was unconscious the entire time.
In a searing letter that has now been read by millions online, the anonymous victim thanks the two men who saved her. But most of her words are aimed directly at Turner, a former Stanford swimming star. You made me a victim. In newspapers, my name was Unconscious Intoxicated Woman. Well, you are the all-American swimmer at a top university. The letter has had a particularly powerful impact on campuses across the country. According to a poll last year, 1 in 5 college women say they have been sexually assaulted.
It's difficult to read, but I think that there's so much value in that letter that everyone should read it.
Samantha Scholar at Syracuse University was raped twice in her freshman year. She has read the letter from the Stanford victim over and over.
There's a lot of different things that resonated with me, but first and foremost was the fact that she was directly addressing Brock Turner. I think that is the definition of what bravery looks like.
The man who sentenced Turner, Judge Aaron Persky, happens to be up for re-election today. In spite of the anger over the lenient sentence, the judge doesn't have to worry, Scott. He's running unopposed.
John Blackstone at Stanford for us. John, thank you. Well, overseas, bombs and booby traps are slowing the progress of Iraqi forces that are trying to retake the city of Fallujah from ISIS. Iraq's getting help on the ground from Iran and from the air by the United States. Today, Seth Doan reports from the aircraft carrier Harry S. Truman, where many of those strikes are launched.
This is what pilots see operating from the aircraft carrier. Their airstrikes are targeting ISIS. Lieutenant Matthew Matlock is a U.S. Navy pilot.
These are precision-guided weapons, so they should be able to strike their targets exactly where they need to.
Roughly 20% of coalition airstrikes launch from the USS Harry S. Truman, 1,800 combat sorties since December. That includes the militants' bomb factories, logistics hubs, even stockpiles of cash. Lieutenant Commander Paolo Singh is Matlock's wingman.
We've taken 45% back of what ISIL had been claiming.
You're trying to hit everything at the base of the cause instead of kind of pecking at the little guys here and there. So,
was that pecking at the little guys what was happening before?
No, I wouldn't say that at all. I think that the targets have evolved and they're constantly going to evolve.
U.S. Special Forces are playing an advisory role in Fallujah. Their presence is shaping what these pilots are able to do from above.
Whether we're supporting them by being kind of the eyes in the sky or actually striking targets that they're passing out to us, it's a team effort.
Are you seeing anything on the ground change? Does it feel any different being up there today?
On the ground, you can see exactly what's happening when you're actually in those hot areas, I guess you could say, seeing where the ground has been taken and where it has been lost or gained.
Recent gains on the battlefield may be traced back to the deck of that aircraft carrier. Scott, the pilots told us while they may see some change during a deployment, this is going to be a long-term effort.
Seth Doan covering the Navy at war. Seth, thank you. But today, a tweet caused a few shrieks by reporting falsely the death of NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. How could this happen? We asked Anthony Mason to crack the case.
Commissioner Goodell's fake obituary was posted on the NFL's verified Twitter feed this morning. We regret to inform our fans that our commissioner, Roger Goodell, has passed away, the tweet read. But Goodell is alive and well. The NFL had been hacked. We got into a social media employee's email and found the account password there, one of the hackers told the website Tech Insider by email. Weak passwords have become a chronic problem. According to the security firm Trustwave, they account for more than a quarter of cyber breaches.
These are live passwords that are being cracked in real time.
To show how easy it is, last year Trustwave analyst Garrett Piccioni had me enter a 7-character password.
We can make almost 91 billion guesses per second.
It didn't take long to crack.
Here's your password right here.
That's my password.
Yep.
45 seconds, not even.
No, that about 37.
37 seconds.
37 seconds.
Well, that's scary.
Piccioni says 7 or 8 characters are no longer enough.
Computer hardware has reached this point where we're able to attack them so quickly that a password that small just isn't practical anymore. Especially for incredibly sensitive things like financials, online banking.
Even Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg has made that mistake. His Twitter and Pinterest accounts were hacked Sunday. The hacker even posted the password he'd reused, which they claim to have found in a database of 117 million passwords taken from a LinkedIn hack in 2012.
Security experts say the more characters in a password, the longer it takes to hack. The NFL says it has engaged law enforcement to determine how its Twitter account was hijacked.
8 characters no longer enough. Anthony Mason, thank you. Coming up next on the CBS Evening News, can warning labels help Americans slim down? A report today says that more than 40% of American women are obese, which is based on their body mass. It's 35% of men. Many experts say sugar is the enemy, and Vanita Nair reports cities are declaring war.
Across the country, the obesity epidemic is on the rise. In the city of Baltimore, 1 out of 3 kids is obese or overweight. City Health Commissioner Dr. Lena Wen.
It's our duty to make sure that parents have the most accurate information to make the best choices for their kids.
It's why Wen supports a bill debated today that would put these warning labels in stores and restaurants that sell sugar-sweetened drinks. It's not the first time the soda industry has been targeted. In July, San Francisco will be the first to require health warnings on advertisements. In 2014, Berkeley, California became the only city to impose a 1 cent an ounce sugar tax. Philadelphia wants to go even further. Mayor Jim Kenney is proposing taxing soda at 3 cents an ounce.
They have been selling a product for generations that have made them multi-billionaires, and we just want a little piece of it back.
The plan says you could raise $400 million in the course of 5 years. Where would that money go?
That money would go to expanded quality pre-K for about 8,000 to 10,000 kids in our city over the next 4 years.
Experts say the tax will result in a 55% decline in beverage sales.
The American Beverage Association has spent more than $3 million fighting the Philadelphia sugar tax. They say the bill will cost jobs and unfairly impact low-income families. Ellen Valentino is Executive Vice President of the Maryland Beverage Association.
The beverage companies are taking the lead in educating the public. You have calorie counts at the tip of your fingers. So do we need government mandates? Do we need bans and restrictions on popular products? We don't.
Illinois is also considering a similar tax to offset state debt. Scott, it is also worth mentioning that soda consumption is at a 30-year low.
Vanita Nair, thanks very much. When we come back, first responders honor a 9/11 hero. Tonight, first responders are mourning one of their own, a golden retriever known as Brittany. She's believed to be the last of the 9/11 search dogs. Brittany was with Texas Task Force 1. She spent 10 days searching for the victims in the rubble of the World Trade Center. In recent years, she suffered from kidney disease, and yesterday, volunteer firefighters served as an honor guard as Brittany was brought to a vet and put to sleep. She was 16 years old. Someone once said, dogs' only fault is that their lives are too short. And we'll be right back. We end tonight with a great success story. Kids from a tough city prove they're even tougher. They've just graduated from high school in Compton, California, at the top of their class. The key? Teamwork. Here's Chris Martinez.
They are daughters of immigrant parents, most of whom didn't finish high school. So there was plenty of pride as diplomas were handed out to Nancy Rivas, Jennifer Espitia, Dinah Espinoza, Kimberly Fernandez, Janet Gomez, and Elizabeth Perez Galloso.
Congratulations, class of 2016.
It began with a pact made in middle school. For each to succeed, they all had to. It included several AP courses and intensive study sessions.
Because we're so connected and we sort of all there's no one's competing against each other. I think we're all sort of helping each other.
The girls defied the odds and a harsh reality. Their school district ranks among the bottom 10% in the country, and Compton is among the country's most violent cities. When they would meet students from other schools,
And they're like, but are you okay in Compton? Do you hear shootings every time? And we're like,
what do you think when people say that?
They make you seem like you're inferior to them.
I feel like we're able to prove all those stereotypes about us wrong.
Tell me what your GPA is right now.
4.3. 4.5.
4.3. 4.5. If I was to get lower than an A right now, I'd be devastated.
Counselor Cynthia Washington has a name for the group.
Oh, yes, Super Six. I call them the Super Six. These girls need to be acknowledged. It's historic for Dominguez, it's historic for Compton. Yeah, you might see that, say, in a more affluent community, but, it's a rarity here.
All the girls have now been accepted to top universities and will leave Compton, but Compton will never leave them.
I think I want to come and help my community, counsel juveniles, and try to get them an education and make them see that their life's not over.
On campus, they relished their roles as celebrities.
There's these kids in class and they're like, oh, you're part of the Super Six. So we're like, yeah. I'm like, Mom, I'm graduating. I'm #1.
Lifting up not just each other, but also their troubled town. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Compton.
Super Six. And that is the CBS Evening News for tonight. For all of us at CBS News all around the world, good night.